Yo guys, hello and welcome to the second challenge video on the channel. 100% distance race with Max Verstappen at Spa in the Red Bull. And yeah, last to first. We did this with Lewis Hamilton at the British Grand Prix last time out, so if you haven't checked that out already, go and give that one a little watch after this one. But got the Belgian Grand Prix this weekend, one of the best tracks on the calendar in my opinion. And yeah, gonna go from last to first, 100% distance race. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I did forget to show the strategy in this one, so apologies, but we are expecting rain halfway through this race, and heavy rain at that. It will start on the medium tyres, go to the hard tyres if it does stay dry, but yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. So we have 5 red lights here in Spa for the last to first challenge with Max Verstappen, and it's lights out and away we go. A purposefully slow start off the line because we are not going to be diving up the inside of the AI into turn 1 in these challenges. We have to get past the first corner first, so we set the switch back up and we get Perez straight away. And yeah, do not really do many 100% races, especially on this game. This is the first one that I have done so far, so yeah, if you want to see more 100% challenges on the channel, then let me know. As we're going down the long straight, and oh my god, we're on the grass to the left as we overtake 4 or 5 people. We have 3 cars on the inside and we get pushed off, so we lift off and make sure we don't gain too much of an advantage there. We didn't get any warnings or anything like that, so we are going to carry on. Valtteri Bottas ahead of us, P16 currently, so a decent start already ahead of the 2 racing bulls. And if you haven't seen my new Red Bull Academy career mode, then go and check that out as well after this, where we start in the racing bulls and we try and take on this man, the 4-time world champion, and try and knock him off his pedestal at Red Bull. But yeah, moving on to the end of lap 1 now, we go up the inside of Alonso into the penultimate corner, the bus stop, and getting up to P14. So a good opening lap in this Grand Prix. Going to go on the attack again of Colapinto and Behrman into turn 1. So yeah, good move there. And we're already behind our teammate, Isaac Hadjar. So yeah, really good start in this Grand Prix. Still a long way to go in this one though. And battery is not looking great at the moment, but lap later now, we've managed to stick with Hadjar. Gasly ahead. Hadjar overtakes the Alpine man. His lights flashing, we're out of battery. But we're going to send it up the inside. A little bit aggressive there, but no contact, and Gasly sort of just jumps out of the way, so no complaints there. And yeah, really good start in this one. Very much looking forward to the Belgian Grand Prix this weekend. Hopefully it's not too much of a battery farce. I think it should be a lot better than Silverstone. Not that Silverstone was that bad in itself, so yeah, definitely some positives as we go into the start of lap 4 and overtake our teammate, and we are in the top 10 already, so really a good start again in this one. A little bit low on the battery currently, so we're going to have to maybe back off for a lap or 2 and get that back up to 100%. But start of the next lap, and at turn 1 the AI are loving using the battery down into Eau Rouge, and yeah, Gasly gets past us, but up Radion we are going to get him straight back. Yeah, a bit of weird battery usage around this track from the AI, but yeah, we're going to have to make that work somehow for us. Also, the straight line mode in the last sector is a little bit dodgy. I don't know why it's so late on the straight. But yeah, as we get our first track limit warning of the race. And yeah, moving on to the start of lap 6, going into turn 1. And yeah, the weather looking already very dark here. The rain was meant to come halfway through the race as Gasly's looking again into Eau Rouge, and the first drops of rain have appeared here at Spa. So yeah, coming a lot earlier than we expected in this Grand Prix, so we're going to have to switch to the intermediates. And coming on to the end of lap 6, the conditions have got a lot worse in such quick time. Russell really struggling into that final corner. So we're going to go around the outside into the pit lane as we box. And what an overtake that is. On the Mercedes, man, we get it slowed down in time, and that is up to P9. That is one of the moves of the race there. Nice and early in this Grand Prix. Now, can we get a good stop? We go into the pits in P9, up to P7 currently. So that is looking good, as perfect timing for us. The low grip, straight line mode, boost mode gets disabled. So yeah, currently P6 now, so we've made up a few positions in the pits, and a few people have stayed out on the slick tyres, so yeah, that is really good for us. Halfway through lap 7, Perez is going really slowly on them hard compound tyres, and we're just going to go around the outside of the former Red Bull man. Try not to slip off the track there, but yeah, conditions dramatically worsening in this one quite quickly. It is a long track, so obviously it takes a bit longer to get around there, but yeah, the end of the next lap, a lot of the slick runners have boxed again, so we are going to move up into P4 in this race. So not even 10 laps in and we're already near the podium spots, so yeah, I guess it's made a little bit easier as Lewis Hamilton retires on lap 9 and a red flag.
Red flag.
Oh
No
my god,
overtaking, please.
that has dramatically made things easier for us in this Grand Prix. Race engineer thinking wet tyres are going to be needed. We're going to go on the intermediates and hope this rain doesn't last for too long, so the AI have to box. But yeah, they're all on the wet tyres. It does look wet on track, but for the second time, 5 red lights and away we go here at Spa. We get a really good launch off the line. We try not to overtake Sainz into turn 1, but then we go a little bit deep on the brakes, which kind of helps us out, and we get Sainz on the exit on the wet compound tyres. So already up into a podium position in this Grand Prix, only a quarter of the way through the race. Yeah, very squirmy on the way up Eau Rouge and Radeon, but yeah, we need to see what the AI are going to do now. How long are they going to stay out on these wet compound tyres? Because there is already a dry line emerging as Norris is going up the inside of Charles Leclerc there, and he gets the move done. Really good move from the McLaren man there. Leclerc looking vulnerable on the exit, but he gets the power down nicely, and we are going to settle into P3. Have a little look around the outside, but nothing doing there. We do not really want to go offline in these conditions. And yeah, hopefully we can stick with these guys ahead for the time being, but coming on to the end of lap 11, going into the bus stop, we go really deep, but the two in front of us box in this Grand Prix already. This is the first lap after the red flag, and they're already in the pits. I assume to change over to the intermediates, but if so, then that has kind of ruined this race a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But and then again, at the end of the lap, a few people did stay out on the wet tyres, and they are going to indeed pit onto the intermediates, so we are going to have a pit stop lead over everyone. Now at this point, I was thinking, right, do I just either restart this challenge or do something, because it's a little bit easy. So for some reason I was burning a lot of fuel in these wet conditions. I mean, a little bit left lift and coasting because you don't have to worry about the battery. So I thought, okay, over the next few laps I'll just major Lyco, save the fuel up that I'm burning, get back to near neutral, and that is what we did. Halfway through lap 17, the gap to the other drivers has come down considerably. We've been lifting and coasting quite a lot. Not quite got all the fuel back, but yeah, makes things a little bit more challenging now that Lando Norris is on our rear, having a little look into the second sector. But yeah, we're going to do our best to hold this position, guys. Obviously no straight line mode, or no really effective straight line mode and boost mode, so hopefully we can just hold this position. Alex Albon actually in P3 in this race as well, so showing how good the Williams is on this game. This is just after the patch that EA released the other day, so it will be the new Williams livery. I mean, they could have probably, you know, tweaked the performance of that car a little bit, but hey ho. Moving on to lap 19 now, and Lando Norris is still very much on our tail here. We're going to hold the middle of the track, make him go to the inside. He's going to have a little look up the inside. We hold it around the outside. Really good traction from the McLaren, but even better car positioning from ourselves, and we're going to hold that position. A little bit of a ride over the curb, but nothing major there. A few laps later, end of lap 21, we are able to keep the McLaren man behind. As you can see, the conditions have got dramatically better in them past few laps, and the AI have decided to box already in this Grand Prix. Now, nothing's been enabled yet. They are obviously just going very early on to the slick compound tyres, because these tyres are not worn by any stretch of the imagination. So we decided to go for an extra lap. We obviously didn't know what they were going to do. So yeah, we are going to absolutely go for it on the in lap. And just as we get into the pit lanes, the straight mode and the boost has been enabled. So that is really good timing for us. And we are going to go on to the hard compound tyres. And yeah, hopefully not get undercut by the AI here, as a couple of other cars box at the same time as us, and it's going to be very close on the exit. Norris going through turn one as we come out of the pit lane, and we are going to maintain the lead here at the Belgium Grand Prix, getting the boost on to hopefully try and pull a little gap here over the McLaren man. But yeah, lap 23, so just gone halfway in this Grand Prix, and we are in the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix.
Okay, that's all cleared up. Boost.
But yeah, at the start of the race, the weather forecast did say that we were going to get some more rain at the end of this race, potentially, as we got a second track limit warning of the race there on lap 23. But yeah, with that red flag earlier, that is looking pretty much inevitable. And at the end of lap 23, Antonelli goes down the outside of the bus stop chicane. We try and hold it up the inside. Antonelli gets the position for now, but we get the superior traction on the exit and get the position back. Antonelli is going to burn the battery, send it down into turn one, come across us a little bit. So he is going to get P1 in this Grand Prix for now. And yeah, we cannot let that lie. We have to get this position back. So we deploy a little bit of the battery down into Eau Rouge and up Radion, dipping a wheel onto the grass there in the process, but we have got Norris behind us as well, looking for a move, but we're in the slipstream of Antonelli. We feint to the inside to make him go defensive, and we get the position. And then moving on to lap 26 now, deploying the battery down the Kemmel Straight. And we have a little bit of a gap now to the cars behind. They're starting to battle. Carlos Sainz moving up into P2 and P3 now, with Antonelli getting back past him. But yeah, they're having a little ding-dong battle there, which is good for us, giving us a little bit of space in this Grand Prix. But that does not last for very long, because Kimi Antonelli is yet again on our tail at the end of lap 29. He's going to go down the outside of the bus stop chicane yet again, and we're going to hang it up the inside. Little bit of contact there, front right to front left, but just like before, we are going to hold the position round the outside. And like before, Antonelli's going to go to the inside. A little bit of a late move there from us, but he gets the position, and then yellow flag. He retires from the Grand Prix. He's got a mechanical issue, so that is really bad timing for Kimi there. Good timing for us, but yeah, really unfortunate for this race that Kimi Antonelli is retired. But yeah, that gives us a little bit of breathing room to the cars behind, as well as they battle down the Kemmel Straight. So yeah, we're getting a lot of luck in this Grand Prix. I'm not going to complain. And yeah, 14 laps left in this Grand Prix. And coming on to the end of lap 30 now. We are increasing the gap on the cars behind. They're battling, nearly 2 seconds now to the cars behind. And yeah, we're going to take that. And only a few laps later, that gap increases to 5 seconds as our teammate Isaac Hadjar manages to get into P2 in this race. So Red Bull 1-2 for now. as Leclerc gets him back. But yeah, this is just helping our race here dramatically. We move on to lap 37 and the rain has come back a good 7-8 laps towards the end of this Grand Prix, so it is looking inevitable that we are going to go back onto the intermediate tyres in this Grand Prix. The track is changing very quickly here. As you can see, we're sliding a little bit in and out of the corners.
Okay, I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
And we are going to come towards the end of lap 37 and we are going to box onto the intermediate tyres. And yeah, waste no time in this race. Make sure we do not get undercut. And yeah, going to get into the pit lane a little bit deep as we slide in the pit lane into the barrier. No damage though, fortunately. It is on simulation damage, but yeah, again, getting quite lucky in this Grand Prix. And yeah, only a few people are boxing on this lap, so yeah, have we made the right decision? Have we not? That is the big question.
We're happy with that one.
I think we've made the right decision though, because this track is going to change very quickly. We saw that earlier in the Grand Prix, and we're going to come out of the pit lane in P5. So yeah, 4 drivers ahead of us have decided not to pit. The likes of Piastri and Sainz behind have, so as we go up Radion, and it has been disabled, so yeah, really good timing for us. Now we got to see if we can maintain the gap to the cars behind for the final few laps. And yeah, as we come onto the end of the lap, we caught Colapinto. He's going really slowly into the bus stop chicane on the slick tyres. We get past him, not holding us up too much, so we cannot complain there, as the rest of the runners ahead of us pit in this Grand Prix. So back up into P1 here. 5 laps left to hold off the fastest man on track, Oscar Piastri, in the McLaren. And coming on to the end of lap 39, he has caught us up. Arvid Lindblad is out of the session though, and virtual safety car is deployed.
Virtual safety car is out.
So that is going to give Oscar a chance to, cool everything down after the chasing down that he's been doing the last few laps. But yeah, it's going to speed this virtual safety car up slightly. It doesn't stay out that long as it's already ending. We're 4 tenths inside the delta, so no worries there. And it gets back underway just over a second behind is Oscar. And yeah, I'm not the best in these conditions, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, Oscar is absolutely flying in this Grand Prix. So it's going to be very hard to keep him behind for the final 4 or 5 laps. And as you can see on the end of lap 40, Oscar is looking down the outside of the bus stop chicane. We go really deep into that corner, which allows Oscar to go on the outside, but we position our car nicely. And we hold the position going on to lap 41 in this Grand Prix. And skipping a lap and a half later, Oscar is going to look down the inside as we go really deep into that right-hander in the second sector and hold it round the outside. Oscar, what a move from the McLaren man. But we're going to send it down the inside into the next corner so he can't get away. No real contact there, so he kind of just bails out of it, which is really good for us, I'm not going to lie, because I'm struggling in these conditions. And onto the penultimate lap, down the Kemmel straight. Oscar Piastri is going to look for it. We go to the inside, move to the outside. He lunges it down the inside. We cut across him a little bit, but give him just enough space. But not enough space for him to put his McLaren into the lead of this Grand Prix. So we have 1.5 laps left to complete this challenge, this 100%. Max Verstappen last to first challenge here at Spa, and on to the final lap of the Grand Prix. Very crucial we get good exits off the first corner, and we do that. Oscar Piastri is not close enough, going down into Eau Rouge and up Radion. The weather is getting increasingly worse in this Grand Prix. But yeah, only 1 lap left. Oscar's going to look for it down the Kemmel straight. He's in the slipstream, but he's not gaining just enough. We move over back to the racing line and get the car stopped, so really good for us there. Carlos Sainz still in P3, just showing how overpowered that Williams is. But yeah, we just need to park the car now, hit our apexes, put it in the middle of the track, and make sure this McLaren man does not take the lead on the final lap. We're a bit known on this channel for being a little bit of a bottle job at times, but can we dispel that rumor here? Hold it through pill on. Yeah, Oscar is close, but he's not close enough. We hit the apex nearly on the right-hander. Left-hander, we do that nicely. So yeah, no opportunity for him. He's going to have one last go into the bus stop. I should think we get a decent exit onto this back straight. No overtake mode, no straight line mode here, so Oscar is going to have to do it on the brakes into the final corner. He's looking for an opening. We are not going to give him an opening. We're going to go into the final corner here, park it in the middle of the track so he has nowhere to go, spot our braking perfectly, and we get really good traction, and that is going to be it. We are going to win here with Max Verstappen.
Absolutely.
And
awesome.
there we
Just
go, guys. The
amazing, mate. Well
100% distance, 110% AI. Last to first challenging changeable conditions here at Spa with Max Verstappen. We managed to do it. A hell of a lot of luck involved, I'm not going to lie. We probably would not have won that race without the red flag and the changeable conditions the way they went. But yeah, we are going to take it. Our first challenge win on this game. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. Only 2 track limits warnings and no warnings for contact, so we'll take that. But yeah, thank you all for joining me, guys. Like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this on the channel. Check out my Minardi My Team career mode and the Red Bull Academy career mode also on the channel. And yeah, thank you all so much. Enjoy the race this weekend, guys, and cheers.